Well, what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to National Wrestling Alliance Review with this NWA Powerrr results from October 29th, 2019 at the GPW, GPB Studios, in Atlanta, Georgia. Your commentators were Jim Cornette and Joe Galley, I meant to say, And let's get right into it, because I'm already botching my lines here. So Jim Cornette is, welcoming everyone to, you know, he's going to introduce the NWA National Heavyweight Champion James Storm. He comes in, basically he is sick and tired of week after week, coming out and have to prove himself to be a national, of being the champion, and represents to also prove himself to NWA. Also, we get Coco Cabana coming in to intervene, because he wants a shot. He wants another shot at the NWA National Heavyweight Championship. Also, we got Electric coming out, and he just talks about how James Storm wants a shot at the NWA World Championship, but Electric also wants a shot at that title too. Also, we got Nick Aldis coming out to join along. Basically a lot of coming in and coming to this whole thing where who wants shot this, who wants a shot that, and basically Nick Aldis came up with a solution, which ends up being where if James Storm can find his teams against Nick Aldis' team, and if James Storm's team win, then he could get a shot at the NWA World Championship title against Nick Aldis. But if Nick Aldis' team wins, then Nick Aldis will have to James Storm had to defend his title against Colt Cabana, for the which the NWA National Championship title. And James Storm agreed to it, and that ends up being the main event, and we'll get to that later. So what way to kick off this episode of NWA Powerrr, which I thought was good. We get to Trevor Murdoch being interviewed, where Trevor Murdoch, this whole thing where he comes here for NWA and he wants a contract. He's not officially signed to NWA, which is why it's a story developed here where he wants to fight for his the right to earn himself a NWA contract to be part of of the National Wrestling Alliance. And also we get Joe Cius. He comes out and he's tired of experiencing all of these humiliations against the James Storm and Colt Cabana, and he is facing Trevor Murdoch, and Trevor Murdoch, basically Trevor Murdoch ends up beating Joe Cius in the match. Joe Cius, he's basically considered a joke in NWA. I guess in a way you kind of need something like that in NWA. Which you rig out Eric Stevens in doing that as well as in his own right, and Colt Cabana, with his personality. But Josias, yeah, he's on some type of level in a way of being a comedy acting in a way, even though it's hard to explain, but yeah, it's there. It is there. If you watch this show, you know what I'm talking about. We get a video vignette of another video vignette of her coming to NWA Powerrr, Thunder Rosa, and we'll get to more of her later. Cause it's basically the same video package, the same video vignette of Thunder Rosa. So, nothing to say about that. One more, folks. I got check something here. I apologize, folks. Okay, here we go. Okay, back to this. Yeah, I apologize for that. All right, so then we get to Joe Galley. He interviews Aaron Stevens. Excuse me. Aaron Stevens. Once again, no eye contact to him whatsoever, and he talks about about his lessons for the first time, since him being in the ring and all that. And also we get Ricky Starks coming in to basically take a look at him, whatever. all of a sudden he Ricky Starks slaps Aaron Stevens across the face, and Aaron Stevens runs away like a cowboy heel that he is. I don't know. That was weird. But it did lead to something though. We'll get to that, as we continue on with these catching up of these NWA Powerrr results for this, and for this National Wrestling Alliance review. Second, so we get to Eddie Kingston and Homicide versus the Dawsons in a no disqualification match, and it ends up being a very brutal no disqualification match in this tag team match. It was done pretty well. You had the wild cards coming in, which was kind of weird because they interfere by having being up on they went basically they attacked the Dawsons at first, and then they attacked Homicide and Eddie Kingston. I see myself, what was the point of that? So in the end, the Dawson is a win because of that. So this was confusing to me, folks. I had no idea what that was all about, but I don't know. Also, we got Marty Bell interview backstage. Don't remember what she was interviewed about, but I guess it was something about how she wanted to prove herself. She wanted to prove why she's in NWA, and she's gonna, she's value in NWA Powerrr, represents being in the women's division of NWA. So, Allysin Kay, she cuts a promo about Marty Bell and Ashley Vox, who are about to have a match. How good to the both of them, and one you gotta prove yourselves. If one of you is worthy enough to face to face her in the future, or just to go after the NWA Women's World Championship. So as Marty Bell and Ashley Vox got it in the match, I thought it was pretty decent. And Ashley Vox goes over on Marty Bell, and all of a sudden, after the match was over, Thunder Rosa shows up. So Thunder Rosa has finally arrived to NWA Powerrr, and she goes into the ring and she tries to help out Marty Bell to get up on her feet. And Marty Bell refuses a handshake, whatever, and she leaves. And Thunder Rosa just stands there, not reacting or selling that Marty Bell rejected her, rejected her. And that was it. Then we get to Aaron Stevens versus Ricky Starks. Ends up being a match that's, a little just decent. And then Ricky Starks gets to win an upset victory over Aaron Stevens. And Aaron Stevens had a look in his face like, no. He basically was in shock that he lost. And then finally we get to the main event. Hold on, folks. I apologize for this voice again. Okay, never mind. Okay. So yeah, now get the final match here. Team James Storm, which is James Storm and Wildcard, versus Team Nick Aldis, which is with Nick Aldis, Colt Cabana, and Mr. Anderson. And this is from earlier, where it pertains to basically the dealer call again, where it pertains to Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis is the dealer who called doing this call again, where it pertains to how he kind of like how he did with Tim Storm, where it pertains to the whole if you could beat me, you're the champion. If you don't beat me, then you can't go after this title ever again. That's basically what it is. Where it pertains to the dealer call again. So sorry, folks. That last one, I promise. Maybe. Anyway, so let's get to this. So the match itself, I thought was pretty good. And then all of a sudden, Nick Aldis wins. Coco Band got the win, by the way, with the Superman pinfall. So yeah, that means Coco Band will get an opportunity against James Storm for another shot of the NWA National Heavyweight Championship title. And there you go. So there were 4 matches on the show here. And I'm sorry, not 4 matches, 5 matches I meant to say, excuse me. And there you go. For this National Wrestling Alliance review the show from October 29th, 2019, where it tends to results of NWA Powerrr. My overall rating for the show, I'm gonna give it 8 out of 10. And with that being said, thank you for watching, folks. For It's Natural Born Thriller, saying peace on the street. This was your NWA Powerrr results from October 29th, 2019. For this National Wrestling Alliance review. Until next time, where it pertains to National Wrestling Alliance review, I'm out.